Okay, welcome to the mat today. I'd like you to come down, sit cross-legged or in easy pose with one leg slightly in front of the other, just allowing those hips to open. I want you to bring the palms facing up towards the ceiling, resting on the knees. We're going to take a few easy breaths before we start our practice today. We're going to breathe in through the nose. Take a big breath out through the mouth. And we're going to repeat this. I want you to breathe all the way down into the belly. And empty those lungs as you breathe out. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. And just to return to your normal breathing in and out through the nose. Relax the jaw. Allow the tongue to sit on the roof of the mouth, just as the gum connects with the back of the teeth. And take a few moments to check in with your body here. Release any tension you might be feeling through the shoulders. And sit as tall as you can, stacking the head over the heart, heart over your pelvis. This is your time. Now we're going to move into some Asana Practice. I'd like you to walk your left hand out to the side. And we're going to drop our right ear down to our right shoulder. Relax the shoulder down. Feel that release through the neck. If it feels good here, just tilt the head forward slightly. And breathing in and out through the nose. Bring the head back to centre as we inhale, walk the hands back in. Swap the hands over. Take the right hand, walk the fingertips out. Left ear to the left shoulder. Slightly tilt the chin in towards the chest. And use the out breath to release any tightness through the back of the neck. Inhale, when you're ready to centre, walk the hands back. We're going to take a big sweeping breath up over the head. And sweep the hands down. A few more times here. Inhale. Big stretch up. Exhale. Sit as tall as you can. Last time. Inhale. Welcoming breath, hands down to your knees. Okay, we're going to transfer over into tabletop now. So bring yourself over onto your hands and knees. Hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. Spread your fingers wide. Tabletop pose. Draw the belly button into the spine. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. I want you to ground through the palms. And we're going to take a nice easy cat and cow. So when your next inhale, I want you to lift the head and tailbone. Nice and easy to start. Exhale as we go the other way. Inhale. A few breaths here. Gentle flexion and extension through the back. It's really nice to do this one when you get up in the morning to wake up the spine. And bring it back to centre. Now we're going to transition into gate pose. I want you to take your right foot out to the side. If you can, get the sole of your foot down on the floor. Hip is stacked over the knees. Have a little look down. Create that straight line. Gate pose. Opening posture. Strengthening through the shoulders. Stretching through the inner thigh. Just a few breaths here. Now we're going to transition. I want you to breathe in, sweep the hand up. Big chest opener here. Looking up at the fingertips if that feels good for you. Keeping the eye line forward if this is too intense. Have a little look down, realign yourself. Make sure that hip's stacked over the knee still. A few more breaths here. We're going to exhale when you're ready. Feed the hand all the way through. We're going to try and bring our forearm down to the floor. So both forearms, forearm, making a little L shape on the floor, twisting through. Again, you can ease back if you need to, just resting on the wrist, not coming down as low. You need to feel these postures. We want to feel that we're working, but we don't want to be stressing and straining. If you can't keep your breathing steady and even, you need to take it back a level. Maybe on your out breath, sinking a little further, pushing a little bit further into this posture. And we're going to inhale. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, back into gate pose. Now we're going to feed this foot all the way around. So we're going to take our right foot, we're going to feed it all the way over. We're going to cross over. We are up on the tiptoes. Hold here. And on your next out breath, we're going to have a little look around and stretch through the side of the body. Again, we're trying to keep this hip stacked over this knee. Lovely side stretch. Really feel this from the tip of your toe, all the way up the side of the leg, all the way up the side of the ribs. Inhale, bring it back to centre. We're going to realign the foot and we're going to bring it all the way through. But we're going to come through to lizard pose. So I want you to step through and we're going to take it onto the outside of the hand. Check your hands still directly below the shoulders. Allow the knee to drop out to the side. A little adjustment if you need to. Keep your eye line down to the floor. About opening through the pelvis here. As we work through those breaths, just try and start to lower yourself down. If you can get the elbows to the floor, you can also use a block. Don't know if you can hear that giant bumblebee. It's really nice. You can use blocks here to bring your elbows down. Just readjust myself, ladies. Elbows down. Couple more breaths. Again, if you're starting to feel pain, discomfort, just bring it back a level. It's not about the perfect posture. It's not about straining your body to try and get that perfect pose. It's about knowing your body and finding that balance between work and softness. Good, okay. We're now going to come to pigeon pose. So I want you to take this front leg. We're going to tuck it in underneath us. Walk that back leg back. We're going to sit tall. Sit as tall as you can. You might need to have a little rock around just to get that movement. Again, you can prop here. Just allows you to relax. And actually using these props helps with your progression. We can do it with a prop, where we're looking to get the bottom down towards the mat, shine the heart. Good, we're going to release. We're going to tuck the back toe under. We are going to push all the way through to our down dog. So nice and easy here. I want you to take your feet wide, so just out onto the edges of the mat. Wide leg down dog here, just nice and easy. Push back through the palms of the hand, lift the tailbone high. Happy for you to bend your knees. If you're flexible enough, you've got that movement through the hamstrings and the calves. Straighten the legs, but absolutely no pressure here. We're going to release back down to tabletop. Okay. We're going to do all of that on the other leg. Draw the belly button into the spine. And we're going to take gate pose. I'm going to need to wiggle over just a little. Oh, sorry about my dog. Let's go back. Come on. Out way, darling. Good cow. Good girl. Now she's going to sit on the mat. Okay. We're going to take gate pose. So you're going to take your foot out to the side. Again, check your hip is stacked over your knee. Hands directly below the shoulders and the flat of the foot is down if you can. Hold gate pose here. Spread the fingers. Few easy breaths here. Let's go. I think she's trying to steal the limelight. Okay, we are going to transition into that open position. Bring the hand up, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back as much as you can to open the chest. Feel the strength required through the wrists. Couple more breaths here, centering through the core. And now we're going to take that twist. We're going to feed through. So back of the forearm, forearm. We're trying to twist through, look through at the hand. If you can get the shoulder to the floor, great. But it might just be the forearm. You'll probably find one side's a little bit easier than the other. These twisty movements are really good for your internal organs, really good for like digestion. Two more breaths here, maybe pushing a little bit further as we just come to the end here. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, bring yourself back up, use the hands, recenter into tabletop. We're going to take that leg all the way through, tiptoes. Hold here for a moment. Have a little look at that hip stacked back over the knee. Draw the belly button into the spine. We're going to take a little twist through. I like to breathe out into this twist. Lovely stretch through the side of the body. When you're ready, inhale, centre off. We're going to bring it to lizard pose. We're going to step through to the outside of the foot. Allow that foot to drop out to the side. I'll show you this from the front. And that knee's dropping out to the side. Try and let go through the hips here. Your drishti, your gaze is down to the floor, just between the hands. This time on our next out breath, we're going to start to lower down. Could be that you just bring the hands forward, release off through the shoulders. If you can get the elbows down, elbows down. Really enjoy this hip release. Options come onto the block if you want to. You can use a pillow. That works too. A book, anything that you've got to hand. Good, walk it back. Now we're going to transition to pigeon pose. So I want you to tuck this foot in underneath and we're going to sit back. Sink through the hips. Hands connected. Maybe try and sit a little bit taller if you can. Remembering you've got that option too, so just rolling around on the floor, to prop underneath your glutes. A couple of breaths here. Lovely, I'm going to do a little swivel round on my mat now so that I can transition. So stay in pigeon pose for just a second. And then we're going to push all the way through and we're going to come out to down dog. Pedaling out the knees if that feels good for you here. Lift the tailbone high. Pushing through the palms of the hands, drawing the chest towards the thighs. Looking through the knees. We're going to breathe in, transition to plank. Hold here. Draw that belly button up to the spine. So we're really strong through the body. Now we're just going to walk those feet gently forward. We're coming to a forward fold. I want you to take ragdoll arms here. So I want you to lock your hands around your elbows. And just gently sway, releasing off through the lower back, stretching through your hamstrings. The inversion's increasing blood flow to the brain. Release the hands back down. We're going to take a gentle little twist here. So we're just going to walk over to the left hand side. It might be that you're holding onto your ankle, resting on the top of the foot, or down onto the floor. Centre, we can transition over to the other side, just taking 3 breaths here. Bring it back to centre. Now we're going to take a little flow here just to really release through the hamstrings. We're going to bend the knees. look up. We're going to inhale, sweep the hands over the head. Sit down into chair, sit down into the heels, draw the big toes in towards each other just a little. Hold here. We're going to sweep up. We're going to come all the way back down. Straight legs if you can, a little bit of softness through the knees if you need to. Now you do a few little pulses here, so we're going to bend the knees. Inhale, lift. Bend the knees. And lift as we breathe out. One more here. Sit back into the glutes. Exhale. Generously bend the knees. Look up. Sweep all the way up. Hands over the head. Sit down into chair. Try not to let the knees flare out to the side. Good, release up. We're going to repeat forward fold. We're going to do that same thing. We're going to bend the knees. Breathe out, straighten. Bend the knees. Little look up. Straighten the legs. Again, we don't have to be down to the floor. You could be on the ankles. Straighten. We're going to bend the knees generously. Look forward. Sweep up. Take a gentle back bend. Palms apart. Leaning back. Release the hands down to the side. Okay, I'm going to have a little go now at coming down into a yogi squat. So take your feet out. You might want to turn your toes out just a little. Hands to heart center. And we're going to try to sit all the way down. But don't worry if you can't get all the way down. We're going to come down. It might be that you're here. It might be that you come up onto your toes. But if you can sit all the way through, down onto the heels. Perfect. Some days I can, some days I can't. Today is a no day. My hips are super tight today. Hold here. You could just move from side to side just to really help release those hips. And then try to sink down into your yogi squat. Lovely. Place the hands down, push all the way up, walk the feet back in, forward fold, bend the knees, inhale and lift. Hands back down to heart centre. We're just going to take a little rest here for a few moments. Okay, we are going to move into a sun salutation now. It's very sunny in here today. So I'm going to get very warm doing this one. We're going to work straight into a single breath. Don't worry if you don't connect every breath. Some people get really caught up in their breath being wrong. But if you don't hit the right breath, just accept it. Try and pick it back up where you can. And the more you practice, the easier it will get. We're going to stand with our feet together in mountain pose. I want you to roll the shoulders up to the ears. Relax them down the back, open the chest. I want you to centre through the core, so pull the belly button into the spine. And we are going to inhale, hands over the head. Little back bend if you want to, look at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale for a half fold. Tuck the chin into the chest. And then we're going to breathe out. We're going to take the right leg back first, followed by the left leg. Now you can drop the knees here if you want, or you can lower down from here on your out breath. Untuck the toes, inhale, lift. Exhale, push all the way to down dog. We're going to inhale to plank. We're going to gently walk our feet in and take a forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Hands down to heart center. Side one done. We're going to repeat. When you're ready, inhale. Back bend if you want to. Forward fold on your out breath. Inhale to half fold, flatten out the back, tuck in the chin. Exhale, left leg back, right leg back. Knees down if you want to, lower down, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, lift to cobra. Lift with the muscles in the lower back, keep the hips connected. Release, down dog, breathe out. Inhale to plank, we're going to walk the feet in. Forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, lift. Hands down to heart center. We're going to repeat one more time off each side. I'm going to give you minimal instructions this time. When you're ready, inhale. Forward fold. Half fold. Right leg back. Knees down if you need to. Breathe out, down. Cobra. Down dog. Plank. Walk the feet through. Forward fold. Inhale, lift. Last time. Inhale. Back bend. Forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg to plank, lower down. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk through. Inhale, lift. Hands to heart center. Lovely work. Just take a few moments here to connect back with your breathing. While we transition down to the floor, inhale, hands over the head, gentle back bends. Exhale forward. We're going to take a big step back, take a down dog. Inhale to plank, lower down to the floor. And we're going to push back to a nice wide-kneed child's pose. So separate the knees, draw the toes together. Bring the chest down to the floor, head down. Relaxing child's pose. Now gently bring yourselves onto your backs, with your palms facing up towards the ceiling and your feet gently falling out to the side. So you're in Savasana, corpse pose. The hard work is done. Now we're going to work through some relaxation. Take a few easy breaths here. And just focus on the rise and fall of your chest and belly. How that pressure builds as we breathe in. And how it releases as we breathe out. And that softness. I want you to let go of any tightness, any tension you're holding in the forehead. Allow the eyes to feel heavy in their sockets. Relax the jaw. Check for any tension you might be holding in the neck. Let that go. As you breathe out, allow the shoulders to sink down into the mat. And now I want you to clench the fists, clench the forearms. And on your next out breath, just allow that to relax and soften. Now allow your chest to expand, find space between the shoulder blades. Relax the tummy. Allow your glutes to feel heavy, sinking into the mat as you find space between your hip bones. Allow the legs to feel heavy. Clench the toes, clench the calves, and on an out breath, just allow that to melt away. Feet fall out to the side. Total relaxation. Now all I want you to do is simply focus on the inhale and exhale, the rise and fall of your chest and belly. If your mind starts to wander, just gently anchor your focus back to your breathing. Acknowledge the thought and allow it to float away. And we don't want to fight those thoughts, we don't want to feel irritated that they're there, we just need to accept them and then let them pass by. And we're going to take a few more moments here. We are just going to stay here for a few more moments. Connecting our breathing with the movement of our body. We're really focusing our thoughts internally. Now I'd like you to just focus on the air as it comes in and out through the nostrils. Starting to bring your awareness back to the space around you. Wiggle the toes. Wiggle your fingers. And when you're ready, gently bring yourself back to seated with your palms together. Yoga is not about perfection. It is about the journey that you are on. Namaste. Thank you.